I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After highs this afternoon in the 50s, tomorrow and Sunday likely to be our warmest days for at least the next week and a half. A warm front tomorrow will boost our highs up to around 60. Highs in the low 60s, a little more likely along and west of Highway 183. A cold front undercuts the warming on Sunday when highs range from the upper 40s in the Sandhills to the low 60s over northern Kansas. Little, if any, accumulation is expected with snow showers along and north of Highway 92 for Sunday night. Behind the cold front, highs gradually cool from the mid-30s to the mid-40s Monday to mostly the 30s by Thursday. Wednesday night, there is a slight chance of snow along and north of I-80 with a weak disturbance. Chances are low for any snow accumulations of an inch. The latest long-term forecast shows the colder air plunging farther south than the previous outlook. Nebraska and Kansas temperatures mostly colder than normal Wednesday through February 13th, especially by next weekend through the 13th. During the middle days of February in central Nebraska, typical daytime highs are in the low 40s with average overnight lows in the mid to upper teens. It will be a little more active with slightly above normal precipitation Wednesday through February 13th for both Nebraska and Kansas. Key weather factors influencing the markets include cold air building southeast from Canada, heavy rain decreasing across central Brazil, and a chance of rain for the driest areas in Argentina. Low pressure across the Midwest reaches southern New England this late day. Additional rainfall, possibly up to an inch, combined with melting snow and ice, could lead to local flooding and ice jams from the Midwest into the Mid-Atlantic, including the Central Appalachians. Mostly dry weather prevails the next 5 days, all the way from Southern California to the Central and Southern Plains. Cold air continues to lurk across North Dakota and Minnesota. The colder air finally pushes southward across the plains early next week. A cold front becomes the focal point for a potential storm the mid to late part of next week, mostly across the southern U.S. Mississippi River water levels are near the low water mark in several spots due to warmer air causing ice jams on local rivers feeding the Mississippi. A storm today and next week likely to help out those water levels to rise. In central Brazil, heavy rain that's making it difficult to harvest soybeans and plant second crop corn last into next week. Rain across central Brazil decreases later next week, which could help with field work. Most of southern Brazil is seeing favorable rain for filling corn and soybeans, except in Rio Grande do Sul, where rainfall is below normal. Argentina's hot and mostly dry weather lasts through the weekend. Next week, there are a couple of chances for rain over the very dry areas of east central Argentina, but the rains are expected to help very little. With your check of ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.